Hello people of the internet. It is I, Soul Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where today we are continuing Ordeal Call 2, Inescapable Gehenna, id. And yeah, it's still going on. It's gone on long enough that the next summoning banner is already out. You might have caught it flash against the screen there for a brief moment, but I'm not going to be rolling on it for a couple reasons. First and foremost being that if what has gone on in this story is true, then yeah, I'm not rolling for him. But beyond that, I kind of need the quartz and everything, so I need to be incredibly conservative with my resources. Speaking of resources, was this a good thing? No, it was just some QP. We did get a bond level with Bakatoria, so that hit us 190 bond levels with Berserkers total, so that's nice. Beyond that, I think the gift box has some stuffs. We're gonna just get some more. You know, I might have enough ether convergers for now. I'm gonna start going to the bones. I could always use some more bones at this point. But, also just gonna show off, I did not finish the shop, sadly. This is one of the few times in recent memory that I've not grabbed all of the resources. And the embers being missed out are what really rankles me, because I got so much of everything else, but not the embers. Ugh. But, yeah. I think that's kind of enough faffing around. Let's jump in. And if you are watching this on YouTube, sorry for the stalling a little bit here, make sure to like this video still, comment down below if you have anything to say, and subscribe to the channel because each and every section of this Ordeal Call is coming out day by day for ease of your consumption. But now, we're going to jump in to section 20 without saying goodbye. That's not ominous at all. Now, I do have an idea of how many sections this Ordeal Call is. It was unfortunately spoiled for me, and we are approaching the end, though we are also approaching the 7th trial, so that was kind of a given, so it's not too big of a surprise. Hey, we're in our bedroom again. Are we gonna have more, we're gonna have more conversations with ourself, with our other self, trying to convince us to go murder-like? When I first wake up in the morning, I just lay in bed for a bit. I'm gonna close the eyes. I didn't sign up to be your alarm clock. Hassan, what are you doing? Why are you in my room? Why isn't shelter in my room? If you're gonna just go back to sleep, I'll wake you up. So you can either get out of bed on your own, or I can drag you out. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be me questioning why you're here and not shelter. Taking a look at the full-length mirror, we see ourselves still dressed in our pajamas. 1 second, 2 seconds. It's okay. Nobody's talking to you anymore. Hey! That's good. We should be friendly. Morning, Hassan. Yes, it is. Keep my aunt safe again today. Don't worry. I was already planning to do just that. Okay, so everybody returned. That is good to know. So everybody ended up returning in the end. Okay. Thank you. It's nothing. I've done my share of escort missions. Besides, if anything happened to her, that might damage your performance. I know we haven't even formed a temporary contract, but I don't want that to happen. Don't worry. I'll do my job. Hey. Are you aware that when you sleep, you always... What? Never mind. It's probably not my place to say anything. What do we always do while we sleep? Do we fight in our sleep? Actually, it's curious. We are sleeping while we're sleeping. I mean, the dream just gets deeper or whatever it is from Inception. See you. There's many layers to dreams. I hope you like French toast, because I just made some. Sorry if that was a little loud. My sister used to love it. I think you did too. At least when you were little. French toast isn't bad. I didn't always like it the way my sister did. Even as a child, I never liked anything quite that sweet. But now I get it. Sweets are great. I used to think they were an unnecessary extravagance, but I was wrong. There's nothing like sweets to pick you up, especially after a hard day's work. Sleeping like a log and then waking up to a delicious French toast breakfast, it's fantastic. It's almost like you can feel yourself absorbing energy from it. But I guess you're still too young to know what I'm talking about. Well, just remember, when you're really tired, sweets can be a big help. That's not to say you should go overboard, of course, but... Auntie? Thank you. Where'd that come from? Oh, I can't say I mind. Wherever it came from, you're welcome. Hold still for a second. Let me get a good look at you. Well, I'll be. You've really become a strapping young man, haven't you? You seem so much more mature today. It feels like just the other day you were still my adorable little nephew. I see. You really have grown up since I last saw you. Anyway, make sure to finish your French toast. Got that? Yeah. She is a real one. Well, that was a short arrow. So without saying goodbye, I don't, with that context, I don't like the possible fate of our aunt. I do not like the possible fate. Morning. So, did you get any sleep? I did. Good. Alright, let's get to school, yeah? How are they going to take the loss of Marie, I wonder? The student council president. I can't say I'm surprised Gorgon didn't stick around, but I wish at least Hussein and Lobo had. It'd make things so much easier, especially if we have to deal with another outdoor fight. Then again, I guess they wouldn't be much help if we had to fight indoors. Lobo can run on walls, though, but he's also really big. I wonder where Dante's could be. Oh, not the shadow one, the masked one. He seems stereotypical evil mastermind, so I'm guessing he's, like, in a high-rise building watching the city. We'll be seeing him sooner or later, probably. Yeah, I agree. I can't say for sure, but I have a hunch we're gonna hear that last trumpet before tomorrow's over. Hey, our Sprite! We're wearing the school uniform too! I want to talk to him, but I don't know what to say. I managed okay last time, but now that it's been a whole day, I don't even know where to begin. I want to say I have no idea what you're talking about, but... honestly, I feel the same way. It's like I get all self-conscious, and that makes things awkward, and... that's a ukulele! Again, I'm sus of him. I mean, he knew Jalter was Jalter. Is this the real Mozart? Did he do the whole, I'm gonna go into my servant representation or whatever? I know how you feel. It's only been a day or so, and yet you have no idea what to say, which just makes things even more awkward. It's like running into other kids the same age as you in the rural neighborhood where you used to visit your grandparents before during summer break. Matsuka-senpai. Actually, my grandparents live here in Tokyo too, so... mind you too. Oh! No way. Well, then I suppose I have no more to say. That was a joke, of course. What I'm trying to say is, there's nothing to worry about. You're getting yourselves worked up over nothing. Deep in your heart, you care for your friend. What else could matter? Nothing, that's what. So if you want to talk to him, don't think twice about it. Or do. Follow your hearts wherever they may lead. Even if, say, we're no more than shadows cast by someone else altogether, or just a transient dream, whatever he sees, that's his reality. And that's just as true for all of us. I have no idea what you're talking about. He's enlightened. I think I kind of get it. You're saying we should just stop worrying, summon up our courage, and go for it, right? Right, I'll do my best. Come on, Ricardo, let's go. Check it out, Master. I was wondering why we didn't see them on the way here. Looks like Himiko and Ricardo got to school before us today. Oh, morning. Well, that sure didn't last, but I get it, Himiko. I do. Don't worry. I'll take it from here. Morning, Soul. Morning, Orta. Morning. Is Himiko okay? Morning. Everything okay, Himiko? Thank goodness my sacrifice wasn't for nothing. I'm fine, thanks. Good morning. Are you feeling better today, Soul? You look good. Maybe it's because I had a proper breakfast today. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. You see, Himiko, this is why you really ought to stop skipping breakfast yourself. I heard it actually makes you gain weight. Yeah, I know. Whoa, wait, did you just call me fat? No, I didn't. I mean, I guess I might have implied you could end up that way, but I didn't mean it like that. Oh, Ricardo, no. You don't say that kind of stuff. Hey, come on, don't bring your phone into this. You're scaring me. Don't worry, I'm just gonna vet my 20,000 subscribers around the country. They don't know who I am. I keep my info private, and I use an avatar I made myself. It'll be fine. You live stream and you have that many subs? Damn, I'm jealous. Well, I guess you know what you're doing when you graduate. Oh, you mean my ideal career path? I don't know. I actually have a lot of different interests. Sure, I like live streaming and doing Dojin stuff, but I'm totally open to going to college, too. What's a Dojin? Me, I'm just gonna get a job right out of high school. Okay, Ricardo, dude, you are, like, so dull. Well, I'll probably end up taking over the family business. My parents have been on my case about going to college, though. But these days, how much does it even matter, you know? Career path. Alright, I just remembered. They gave us that survey last week. We were supposed to turn it in tomorrow, right? That's right. Did you figure out what you were putting on yours, Uruta? Yeah, I came up with something. Got her memory, so I can see her top choice was culinary school. Well, that's cool. Jalter as a chef. I mean, she likes fire a lot. That'd be cool, though. Mash is a patissier. Jalter as a chef. Melt as a model maker. Achan as a sweets eater. But I'm guessing she's keeping the fact that she likes to cook a secret from these guys. So she likes to cook, huh? What about you, Soul? Did you come up with something for yours? Doesn't involve college or working, though. Somewhere I have to reach no matter what. So that's where I'm going first. Huh. So once you got in there, what then? Not sure. We're talking at a metaphysical level. Or rather, we have to we don't know what we're doing with our future. We've got to reach Antarctica first. Yeah, I can't really think of that far ahead. Like, what happens afterwards? What's gonna happen after we reach Antarctica, we defeat Marisbury, and we restore everything? What'll happen then? I mean, Chaldeus as an organization won't exist. Novum Chaldeus might, but we're not going to necessarily be able to use the Storm Border to go around the world, because that would probably be breaking every law of Magecraft. We can't really necessarily go back to Atlas. Marisbury, however his name is pronounced. Olga's dad, the original director of Chaldeus. I don't know how his name is pronounced. But welcome, J6, welcome to stream How He Thinks, Because he's got to be the one behind it. I'm pretty sure it was said that. I'm pretty sure it was said that he was the one responsible for everything. So actually, that means he faked his death. But, since when is death a real thing in the Fate verse? But, what will we do when we reclaim humanity? When we reverse the bleaching of the world? Again, Storm Border is not going to be viable unless it has cloaking technology. And it'd be a question of escalation at that point. We've saved the past. We fixed the present. Maybe into the future? Sort of like a no, not even a preemptive. Like a reactive force in the world? Maybe? I don't know. That is a good question. I don't know where the story, what the next level of story. You don't want to escalation is always a thing. But we dealt with ORT frickin' T. Unless they're throwing other types at us, there's not really much of an escalation as far as that goes. So, I don't know, maybe other planets, but that would be a big reach for the Fate lore. Maybe go back to singularities, maybe there's some other threat that doesn't involve, everything being wiped, the whole of the planet being wiped clean. I don't know. And honestly, I look forward to it. Whatever the next step of the journey is going to be after the Ordeal Calls are done and after humanity is restored or whatever it's going to be, I look forward to it. Maybe this is just, again, this is a possible theory. Isn't there something like pillars of of reality or something? Rongo Miniad is one of the 7 pillars of reality. Maybe the next arc will have something to do with that. Maybe something threatens these pillars to reality and we have to protect the pillars. I don't know. But I look forward to it all the same. Like it or not, tomorrow's coming. Only so many times you can put this off between now and then. Yeah. I don't know what you mean by worst dads in Fate. Other than that, I remember in Case Files, he kind of abandoned Olga, because she was a somewhat regular character alongside Waver. I think, at least. Or is that fan interpretation? I can't remember. I know there was an episode of the Case Files anime that had a younger Olga in it. So, wait, are you talking about deadlines? As in the deadline for the draft I'm supposed to submit? No, come on, you still haven't told me what a Dojin is. Never mind, just forget I said anything. I never happened, okay? Oh, Ricardo, how do you not know what a Dojin is? Whenever we stop possessing these bodies, Arut is gonna have a lot more friends. In this moment, all we can see are young, vibrant lives going about their day. As you take the sight in, I can't help but think, Kairi should be here too. She should be standing beside you, smiling that shy smile of hers. But her life was extinguished. It's never. Get out of the dark thoughts. Good morning, soul. In my capacity as an ordinary human from this world rather than a heroic spirit fighting for humanity. Okay, what? Way to break cover, man. I have a little something I managed to get my hands on for you. A phone? Why is it pink? Why the hell do we get a pink phone? What? I'm curious though. What is the text for those? I see select on the... They didn't even do English for any of the other things except for select and whatever that word is in front of select. All the others are... They look like, I think, katakana is the proper word for them. But that's kind of funny. Hey, Bacon, welcome, welcome, welcome to stream. Happy things, happy things. It belonged to her. Oh, that's why it's pink. You know, I complain no longer. And it explains why our face is the background. I'm quite sure that that's you in her wallpaper. For whatever it's worth, I think she would have wanted you to have this. Kyrie, yes, she was a lovely girl. Yeah. That's kind of sweet. Not even kind of, that is sweet. And sad. I mean, that could be what the without saying goodbye is. Maybe this is the chapter where we confront the losses that happened exactly 10 chapters ago. It would make sense. His father's study, huh? Something's not right here. His wife and daughter are dead, but he still hasn't so much as shown his face. He's probably working overseas or something, Hassan. That's like stereotypical anime dad stuff. I think, at least. And no one seems to think anything strange about that either. And that's quite a trick. Okay, that is a fair point. That is a fair point. But the same could be said about the lack of reaction from the neighbor's family. You know, Kyrie was our next-door neighbor, childhood friend. Yes, she was able to come over every night for dinner, it seemed, but what about her family, you know? No, wait, I guess he has shown his face, hasn't he? What do you mean, Hassan? Oh. Okay, I'm not rolling for him. Plain and simple. Hey there, Count of Monte Cristo. Long time no see. Hassan, you better not get murked and get our aunt murked as well. I swear, if we go home and see another scenario like that, I am not going to be happy. There we go. Another day of school ends and still no sign of him. Could have at least blown that last trumpet to get us out of trash duty. Also, why isn't the school's incinerator working? This is burnable trash, right? So why not burn it already? Freaking laws, man. Such a pain. Okay, hold up. I thought that was an anime thing. Do schools actually have incinerators? No school, like, in anywhere near where I live has had an incinerator. That just sounds like it's asking for trouble. Freaking I guess so. Again, I thought that was a thing from anime and stuff, that, oh yeah, all these Japanese high schools have incinerators. I didn't think it was real. I mean, again, it could still just be an anime trope being at play here, but... yeah, that's it. That would work out great. If the incinerator was working, we could just blame any mess we ended up making on it, going nuts or something. That way, I could just burn your ass at full power and not have to worry. Uh-oh. You got guts, I'll give you that much. But you're really underestimating me. I'm plenty strong on my own. Oh, are we not there? Oh no, Jother, no! Dante's, no, not, this isn't Dante's. This is Count. I mean, but Cagliostro's the Count. You know what? You're the new Count. I don't care. This is Count, and if he does... ooh. It will definitely be... the bastardiest bastard that ever bastard does not roll off the tongue as well as the bitchiest bitch who ever bitched. But I will go there. Something funny about that. Forgive me. Kage... Kagekyo said something similar, I just couldn't help myself. I mean, he's already beat Kagekyo. No, that can't be right. He couldn't take Kagekyo alone without a scratch. Is he just making stuff up here? But I've never known him to be this punk to be a liar. I don't get it. This is creeping me out. What's going on? Why is he letting me see his face now? I already met with Kagekyo and Salieri. You're the last one, Jean d'Arc, Altar of Chaldea. I'm ready to tell you, all of you, the whole truth. Right. The truth, huh? Also, I think, for what he did, the Count here qualifies as the worst dad in Fate. You enter your room and see two things we don't recognize on the desk. One is a completely blank envelope, the other is a note attached to it. The note was clearly written by someone unfamiliar with the language. It says, Salieri gave me a letter for you. I didn't read it. Hassan. Oh no, he's... I'm not liking this. You open the envelope and begin reading Salieri's letter. It says... Master Soul, with the seventh and final trial so close at hand, I'm terribly sorry I must communicate with you in this way. Forgive me. A set of extenuating circumstances has arisen, though I cannot discuss the particulars in any detail. And I'm sorry to say that I must leave this place. I will be unable to join you as you attempt the seventh trial. Same is regrettably true of Kage-Kyo as well. I don't like this. Because we know Hassan saw the Count. What exactly... Salieri gave me a letter for you. I didn't read it, Hassan. Ugh. So, I feel like this is an instance where if there was a clue... Because I know that you can write a lot of meaning into words in katakana and stuff. So if there was a clue hidden amongst it, it's definitely lost in translation here. And we just got the very literal translation. I mean, to be fair, we don't even know if this is from... My point stands. There's a lot of meaning in kanji, so if there was a hidden meaning in the kanji used to convey this message, then it's lost with the translation. But then this doesn't necessarily need to be from Hassan. Both letters could be from Dante's, posing as the people. Katakana and Hatakana are mainly used to help learn kanji. Hey, Mordred, welcome to stream. Happy things. I know it's English here, but what I'm saying is, in that the original JP version, if they probably used kanji for this, and kanji can mean a lot of different things, so maybe there was a hidden meaning in the kanji, but with it being translated directly to English, any hidden meaning is lost. So it's not... These don't necessarily... I mean, it could just be neither of these are from who they say they're from. It could come down to that. Dante's could have... Or not... The Count. I gotta remember, he's the Count. For now, he's the Count. If he does something to my shelter, then he is the bastardiest bastard who ever bastard. Good luck, and may the future hold more joyous melodies for you. You literally... Okay, so there was no hidden meaning or anything in that? Okay. Okay, so she survived. I'll not say much, there is no need. I asked Salieri to do as well, but please give Master my regards. Screw you. Okay, so they're leaving of their own volition. Why? Why the hell are they leaving? You want to bail before the battle's over? You can tell Master yourself. It's not the kind of message you get someone else to pass on. Yes, I know. You're right, of course, but I have my reasons. I've made my decision, as has Salieri. There's nothing more we can... Curses, this is frustrating beyond words. To think that I, of all people, would run from a battlefield. What were they frickin' told? Excuse me. Goodbye. I truly hate that I must do this. No kidding, huh? Hate that you're doing this too. Who's she calling? Is it us? Hey, sorry for... Nope, she's calling someone else. Sorry for calling so late. My name's Urita. Could I speak to Matt? I mean, Soul, please. Ah, she is calling us. She almost... That would be... that would definitely be a, conversation to be had accidentally telling the aunt that is our guardian now that we are master. That would be a big can of worms to go through. Yes, that's right. Uh-huh. We're in the same class. Altar. So Larry's gone. He said he and Kageki were leaving. Yeah, I know. So they told you about it too. Guess that makes sense. But I'm guessing they didn't actually bother explaining anything to you either, yeah? Guessing you've been trying to reach out telepathically, but they aren't responding. Mm-hmm. That tracks. Okay. We guess we should talk in person then. I'm not liking the vibe at school right now, so... Hey, you went on a date with Marie once, right? You went to Odaiba, I think? Yeah, let's go with that. Besides, I'm still a little pissed she got one over on me there. Anyway, you're gonna play hooky tomorrow. Got it? Hey, we got a shelter date. Yes! She just come out and directly ask. Don't me. You get what I'm saying, right? You better. Anyway, don't be late or I'll light you on fire. Okay, I won't do that, but I will be pissed. Got it? You hear me? I said, got it. Yes, we're going on a date with Shelter. That's good. I'm happy. We're going on a date with Shelter. That's fun. Last arrow of Section 20. Okay, so it's gonna be us and Shelter versus whatever the 7th trial is, because Hassan's probably dead. Or he bailed on us, too. Love how she's just anxiously waiting. Thanks for waiting. Uruta? No, your master? Good timing. I just got here myself. About Solarian Kagekiyo. Alright, Kagekiyo gave me a message for you. Something about how there wasn't much to say and how to give you their regards. Told them to tell you themselves, but obviously that didn't matter much. Why would they leave us like that? Yeah, it's sudden, isn't it? Way too sudden. Solarian said something about extenuating circumstances. I see. Well, if that's what he said, then there's gotta be something to it. Man, I must sound like an idiot now. Okay, I don't want to let you down, so I'm gonna just say this. I don't think I'll be able to give you any good answers. Not telling you not to ask me anything. I just mean that whether I can give you any good answers depends on the questions. She knows too, then. So, it is something that the Count has done. Well, yeah, they affect all of us. What do you mean by that? Okay, that's enough. Stop right there. It's not fair that you're the only one asking questions here, right? So you gotta let me ask some, too. I love the blush. So, this is where you came before, right? You know, when you went on that date with Marie. I was keeping an eye on you from a distance then, but we didn't know she was an enemy yet. So I was focused on keeping watch that I didn't really get to take in any of the sights. How about you? Did you enjoy the date? If that had been the real Marie, it'd probably have been pretty fun. But since she was an alter and a phony, you were probably on pins and needles the whole time, right? Right? I don't remember too much of it. Yeah, that tracks. Okay then, here's an idea. Since we're here now, and this place feels like home to you, how about we act your age for once? And just have a date that really is for fun. Nothing wrong with that, right? I mean, personally. I could go either way. But, well, Aruta might not like it, right? At least that's what I think. So, if you insist, I guess I could bring myself. I guess I could go on a date with you if you want. So, what do you think? This is so sweet. I'm getting a cavity from how sweet this is. The Dragon Witch's voice trails off. We don't know what she really means, but you do know one thing. She's saying all this now with the final trial still ahead. And 2 of your companions missing. We are not that dense. Alter. Yeah. I don't have much dating experience, but if that's okay... I wish that smile had a blush to go with it. That would have made it peak. Oh, so this is what it looks like on the inside. So they made what looks like a whole European town in here. There's even a fake sky. What a weird idea. Do modern people like that kind of stuff? That's so silly. That's not very nice. I mean, I wasn't mocking them or anything. Oh, but I guess I might have sounded that way, huh? Oh, I didn't really mean it like that, okay? Oh, look, gelato. We've got to get some gelato. A date. You've spent time alone before, but never like this. I've been to my share of singularities. Never thought I'd find myself on a date in Odaiba, though. The first time I met him, we were enemies. When I was the Dragon Witch, I probably didn't see anything more in him than someone else to burn. He would have been nothing more than a tiny bump along my path back then. Now, here we are, on a date in Odaiba? Of course I never imagined anything like this. I really didn't, at least not at first. But lately, yeah, truth is, I've started imagining it lately. A little, anyway. Sometimes I'd come across some stylish modern digital magazines in Chaldea's database, and I'd imagine visiting those enticing places myself. Well, you could probably say I fantasized about them. Odaiba definitely made the list. But... So how's your gelato? Good? Mine? It's okay, I guess. It's pretty sweet. And cold, but, mostly sweet. Oh, this is hopeless. Honestly, I'm so out of my depth, it's all I can do just to act normal. I don't even know what I'm eating right now. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, maybe it has no flavor at all, I have no idea. I only said it was good because you asked me how it was. I've read tons of magazines and I've played this situation out in my mind so many times. But it was all for nothing. I thought I knew the trends, I thought I had a plan, but nothing's working. I have no clue how to make this a proper date. Am I doing okay? Do I seem like a girl having fun on a date? Am I acting like a modern girl should? Oh, this is so freaking hard. I'd almost rather be fighting. At least I know what the hell I'm doing on a battlefield. I know exactly how to burn our enemies, cut them down, kill them. I know what I have to do to make sure you win. There, I'd never second-guess myself. But here, it's no use. I have no idea what to do with myself. I don't know the first thing about any of this date stuff. It's about having fun. Still, I think being here with you, things like eating gelato with you, looking at clothes with you, fighting monsters at your side till we're covered in blood, staring at your face when you smile shyly, I think I love everything about it. All of it. Shelter. She's so sweet. It's already evening. That doesn't seem right. I swear we only just got here. Guess time really does fly when you're having fun, huh? Hey, you remember Shinjuku? Yes, actually, I do. Specifically, when we danced before you went back to Chaldea. That was at the end of... Yeah, I remember that. It was like... She specifically asked for the dance and she changed into the dress outfit. Of course I do. Me too. Partly because I sometimes look at the record of that, but also because Avengers never forget anything. Still, when I'm not wearing that dress, it kind of feels like it was all a dream. So, oh, I guess that's just an excuse. I do feel kind of bad stealing a march on the others. Oh, Shelter, that is sweet. Oh, I guess a little bit won't hurt, will it? Master, would you dance with me again? Yuli, of course. Sure. Oh, ooh. Ooh. Thumbnail material, for sure. Oh, I should have waited. She wasn't centered. Wow. I think you've gotten better at this. Yeah, you definitely have. Who else have you been dancing with? Relax, I'm just kidding. I've gotten used to it too, you know? I can get in close without my heart pounding and everything. And see how much better my steps are? I've been practicing. Okay, this is a better shot. Huh? Does that mean my heart was pounding last time? Of course it wasn't, you big jerk. Oh, Shelter. Hey, Janice. Welcome to stream. Happy things. She is so sweet. Jerk. Oh, the lidded eyes. I need to take a picture of this one, too. I don't know which one is going to be the thumbnail. I've got 3 pictures of this scene already. You know, until just now, I used to think Cinderella was incredibly strong. After a life of servitude, she finally finds a charming prince to dance with and even marries him. But the thing about the ball is, it can only go on for so long. Now I'm living it, and I can finally see how hard it is. Because you know that no matter how much fun you're having now, it has to end. Shelter. Master, I'm sorry. I have to go too. No! Shelter, why? What the fuck is the Count doing? On one hand, I'm getting more pissed at him, and he is becoming closer to being labeled the bastardiest bastard who ever bastarded. But on the other hand, if he didn't say whatever he said to Shelter, then maybe this scene wouldn't have happened. So I'm very indecisive right now. Can I at least ask why? If I had to give some kind of answer, I'd say it's because of our spirit origins. Or maybe our souls? Okay, so... blackmailing them, something like that. So if it's because they're Avengers, maybe... What if we brought them into fight, it wouldn't turn out well for us here? Like, everything else in this singularity has been weak to Avengers. But what if he is immune? That could be it. He could want us to not pretty much kneecap ourselves or something. I don't know. You can tell? I don't really understand the logic at all. Think about the Ordeal Call. I mean, I know it represents... The Ordeal Calls represent getting to know more in depth about the various extra classes. I went off on a long rant about why the Alter Ego Ordeal Call didn't work in the slightest. And I've kind of made my opinions known about the Avengers. Like, Avengers are like a coin. There are 2 sides to them. One side is the side of burning vengeance that wants to burn everything to ash. But in order to become an Avenger, you have to have held something very near and dear to your heart. The only reason that anybody would go on such a bloodthirsty rampage would be is if something that they held such affection for was taken from them. Brutally, at that. And I mean, very much by the implications of the trials, we were supposed to become an Avenger. Like, there's been a lot of trying to tempt us into becoming an Avenger scenario, especially with taking away figures that represent those that we hold very near and dear to our hearts. But, again, like, an Avenger is a being of love and hate. And, I mean, Jalter, she has the Avenger class, but really, she's the least true of all the Avengers. Her hate is manufactured. She isn't Jeanne of Arc. She isn't Jeanne d'Arc. She is her own being. She was given these flames of hatred by Giles in his twisted wish for her, and honestly, Jalter is one of the characters that has had the most development over the story of Fate. Grand Order, I mean, she started off as our enemy all the way back in Orleans. She had scattering appearances in some events, you know, just indicating she was there here and there. I'm pretty sure she was in the first Santa event, sort of as a foil to Salter. Then she tried to mimic us and become a harem protagonist in the counterfeit Da Vinci event, and that kind of showed that, you know, she had a bit of artistic talent. Then, you know, Shinjuku, we got a little bit more of her. Shinjuku was our first real show of some more Avengers. It had Jalter, it had Holmes pretending to be Dante's, I think that was in Shinjuku. It had Lobo. She tried very much to imply that Avengers never could stop hating, but we clearly saw that isn't the case. Because, I mean, then not even, two summer events later, she becomes a berserker, and she becomes so much more free-spirited. She starts to accept Jean and Janta as her family, her sisters. And there was, even back in Shinjuku, there was clearly some connection between us and her, all the way back then. And yes, her interlude, you know, it's very much, again, like, her interlude and stuff, it's trying to say that she isn't properly recorded on the Throne of Heroes and all that, but I don't think that's true. Again, this goes back to the whole, my idea that Caldeus will eventually become the Throne of Heroes, somehow. I don't know how, but that's just a theory of mine. But, like, all that's to say, Jalter's had so much character development, I really feel like she's just an Avenger in name. Yes, she can be a little violent and murdery, but that's just Berserker tendencies, you know? She's more of a Berserker than an Avenger. She loves brightly, but I really don't see much hate, like, in her character. The hate that she had back in Orleans was manufactured hate, and she hasn't really gotten anything new to truly hate since then, so she has nothing really to avenge. So, I don't know what her being an Avenger has to what any of them being Avengers has to do with them leaving. Again, it might be related to the final trial or something, but yeah, the only thing you guys have in common is the Avengers. Yeah, pretty much. After hearing what he had to say, we, well, can't come with me on this journey. I'm sorry. Shelter. Because it's not goodbye. That is something, like, you should never say goodbye to someone. Goodbye can imply that you will never see them again. Instead, just say, like, see you later. Always leave that door open that you will see them again, that you will talk to them again. I mean, it's just for this singularity-esque thing. But, you know, you don't really want to say goodbye. Because there was always a chance that you will see them again someday. Might not be tomorrow, might not be next month, might not even be for years. But as long as you don't say goodbye, there's always the chance. And that even goes for those that we've lost. Saying goodbye can be a sense of finality. It can give closure. But I mean, obviously, I've worn these crosses for well over 20 years at this point. Probably close to 25 years. I've worn crosses. I'm a Catholic, Christian, whatever denomination, whatever you want to call it. And I believe in an afterlife, you know, and I think that one way or another we will always see each other again someday. Yeah, I mean, sometimes the closure is nice. Saying goodbye can definitely give closure, but even then, like, the closure is nice, but I still want to hold on to hope that even those that are no longer with us, that we'll see them again someday. Maybe it's just naive, maybe it's just the hope, you know, but I like to have that hope. Hope is a beautiful thing. It's the opposite of despair, after all. Just like love is the opposite of hate, and, I mean, again, clearly, going back to Jalter, she's all as well admitted it. She clearly has fallen for us. And she's not the only one. I mean, they've done it so many times. And I get that MASH is my OG. She is my first. And I get that they don't want to do like a harem thing, probably, because that would cause a lot of controversy if some servants got to have that ending and others didn't. But, I mean, throughout the story, there's always been that female lead character when MASH isn't around. Melt in CCC, Kama in Ordeal Call 1. You could argue Castoria in Lost Belt 6. And now Jalter here in Ordeal Call 2. They all really show a deep affection, love for the character, for the player. And they always seem to do the sacrifice play as well. Like, even MASH did the sacrifice play, thinking about it. Which really begs the question of why? Is that a popular thing in Japanese media, the sacrifice play, where the love interest sacrifices themselves after admitting their feelings or something like that, or without admitting their feelings but then comes back anyways? But, I mean, it definitely adds weight to everything. Castoria is probably the weakest example of the bunch I've given, but... And Jalter hasn't necessarily sacrificed herself yet, but... I don't know. I mean... I'm trying to think... They could... It's a common trope for Nasu. Okay. In general, in Atlantis, every servant sacrificed. True, but not to the same personal level. I'm kind of wondering, like... The sacrifice play is not necessarily indicative of a new servant. But... with Ordeal Call 1, there was the two banners that had 5-star servants. One had Bhima, one had Durga as the clear servants. But then, in a later event, we got Saber Medusa. We've gotten both of the banners for Ordeal Call 2. do not spoil me about if this happens or not, because if it does happen, then I'm going to need to panic, because I do not have quartz in reserve. But I could definitely see, if Xalter ends up making a sacrifice play, maybe us getting a new version of her, just like we got a new version of Dante's, who currently I'm just going to call the count, because I've already got a Dante's. I'm not calling him Dante's V2 or whatever. I could see that happening if she pulls a sacrifice play, because there's not really anybody else suited. And that would honestly be a way to do it as well. Like, if she's hung up about being an Avenger, have her sacrifice being an Avenger, you know, burn out her Avenger spirit origin and come back as another class. Like, come back as a Berserker that's not in the swimsuit, or can't do Lancer because that's kind of stepping on Janta's toes, can't do Ruler because that's stepping on Jean's toes, maybe Saber because she's got a sword, like Saber Jean. Alter. I could see that. One moment she was there, the next she was gone. Shortly after, as you stand watching the sun fade into the horizon, an unmistakable sound splits the air. There it is. The sound blared out across the dark red sky. The sound of the final trumpet, signaling the end. I just hope they do not do another Amnesia thing. We already forgot Kama's sacrifice. I hate Amnesia. We forget Melt's sacrifice because, oh yeah, because it was the future. You can't remember too much about the future stuff, so all of the stuff that happened in the CCC event is poof. Although, technically speaking, the Melt that fell in love with us, yeah, Melt's complicated, but still love her all the same. Thank goodness. So that gives me hope. But that was section 20. And it's another Tokyo-wide thing. So, for those watching on YouTube, please be sure to tune in tomorrow to see the next section, section 21, Count. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe to get the notification for when the next part comes out. And if you want to catch me live, the description has links to the Twitch and Discord where you can follow or join to get those notifications. But, for now, I will see you tomorrow, YouTube.